Good morning. I'm sure you've been warmly welcome to our little nest in the hills. I've rewritten this talk about 4 times and finally had it right when my daughter in Sydney told me the time. And that's when I found out it lasted 15 minutes. I was of course admonished and told this is not on and I had to rewrite it, so it goes for 30 minutes. So I'll excuse you wanting a midday nap. And anyone really put out, I'll give you my daughter's phone number and you can try and contact her. First of all, my congratulations go to the organisers of this event. Anything that furthers the knowledge and experience of our keepers of history, I wholeheartedly support. Late last year, there was an article in the history by the history editor of the Daily Telegraph, Troy Lennon, pointing out that the absence of signed papers in 1940, which gave rise to the conspiracy theorists. These papers concern the Second World War and the absence of any orders from Hitler authorising the Holocaust. This, of course, led to some idiots concluding it never happened. There are many gaps in our history records. Floods, wars, fires have all contributed to the disappearance of vital historical records. For centuries, people have been looking for the Pharaoh's Cheops, the legendary library referred to in the scrolls and tablet inscriptions. Even our own National Library has not escaped the disappearing trick. Over the past 2 decades, the National Library has lost at least 748 historical items, some of them dating back more than 150 years. In the past, a lost manila folder, a misplaced item, or some light-fingered visitor was usually the culprit. It would appear it doesn't matter how careful we are, records will fall off the wagon. Today, a far more insidious, unforgiving event has moved off the horizon and is now sitting at 10 o'clock, beaming down in all its glory. Today, in case you have not noticed, paper is being predicted to be almost irrelevant. These predictions extend to books and their future and the future of reading itself. Most prophets talk crap, and this prediction is no exception. However, today we do have a destructible world enthralled to the allure of the moving image and social networking. Possibilities offered by handheld screens. An instance of this is Harry Potter, the exhibition at the Powerhouse Museum, which so far has attracted 331,000 visitors. It is one of the most visited, and this is despite housing the first steam engine and other important Australian relics. The convenience, portability and screen lighting of e-readers is almost paramount to the young and middle-aged alike. These beekeepers of history, books and newspapers are a major source of our compilations. All of a sudden, the all-amazing computer is a bludgeoning tool taking history records into the present. As history minders, we have never had such a friend of memory as the hard disk, the DVD, or today's technology, the Blu-ray, which I'm told by my nerd friends is now almost passé. I'm sure you've all had your experience with the Big Bang theorists emphasising the need for backup again, and then there's their mates and companies selling us incomplete, inadequate and unreliable software. And now you have those pie in the sky computers. For all of you unfamiliar with the term, cloud computing is housing software and backups on a computer or computers anywhere in the world. Sold by the big computer companies to the unwary, they gloss over the dangers of the cloud bursting. In other words, that the offshore server crashes. It must be pointed out major computer clients have not taken this step, but that will be short-lived. Backing up is of paramount importance. For us, there is a small problem of a law which in essence means the nation's personal records have to be housed on Australian servers. I've taken a long time to get there, but the main point of my talk is the computer and its importance to us today. We don't know which parts of history we need to say, because we can't foresee the future. We don't know all of our future's visitors' wants. But to those that are paying attention, one thing is very clear: the future is digital, and for most of us, it is a far cry from restoring flowers, metals and fabric. We have a whole new society that is totally familiar with today's technology and little knowledge of what came before. They have never seen a Commodore 64, a Sinclair Spectrum or an IBM XT, and they doubtfully have seen the 1972 Sharp computer we have just added to our exhibition across the road. They certainly have never seen a dot matrix printer. We haven't got one of those yet, but we're working on it. Now, I think I could take a safe bet and say very few, if any of our museums or societies, has any of these items on display. Tomorrow, your newspaper clippings and subsequent recording of events will be on the Kindle, the iPad, or the iPod. As one man told me the other day, he gave his daughter an iPhone for Christmas, his son an iPad, and his wife an iPod. That's when the trouble started. His Christmas dinner was toast. Your challenge, should you accept it, is to embrace this new medium of communication and plan for it in your displays and presentations. I go a step further, and I think it's safe to bet your displays in the future will be on computer screens. They will be a mishmash of photographs and written text blended into presentations. A visit to the new multi-million-dollar Museum of Contemporary Art and Circular Quay, next to the Old Maritime Services Museum, will enlighten. Which brings me to another problem. People today head to companies like Amazon to publish their memoirs and e-books. Hard copies, while not disappearing, are mixed in with the ether copies. Gone are the days when you need a publisher and editor and a printing press to get a tone going. Today all you need is someone with a piece of software and the wedge to publish it. This creates a problem for us, history recorders. How do we canvass this new medium, or do we want to canvass? I don't think we have any choice, but I strongly suspect very few of us are ready to embrace this new medium, and even fewer know where to fit it in. But be rest assured it's not going away. And it is very important societies and museums come to grips with it. Nothing closes without an opening, and the same medium affords us the opportunity to publish and increase public awareness of our work. There is nothing to stop us ethering our museums and building complete with photos, text and dimensional drawings. Computer software now lets you zoom inside a building and fly around the room. With the web, all of a sudden, we have a new venue to create interest in history and historical objects. Lots of places. Go for it. We're music, Murrurundi Art. We'll let you know how we go. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention.